Can everybody hear me?
Oh, that's much better.
Oh, good, 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 good. Hello, everybody, and Steve, thanks for the invitation. Um, I actually miraculously managed to run two companies. One is called Case for Vision, and that's the company and the product that I would like to share with all of you. And the other one is Stand for Vision. Both companies are assistive technology providers. And so my my agenda today is to introduce Case for Vision for you. It is primarily a low vision magnifying solution for local magnification and distance magnification. And I have been working in the field for the last 15, 16 years. And a long time ago, I had that idea of creating an affordable and powerful device that could be purchased by people themselves instead of asking third party to provide that to them. And so we were waiting until iPhones became very powerful, and iPhones have the most powerful magnifiers and cameras available today on the market. So we decided to utilize iPhones for our device. So what is Case for Vision? It is really a combination of hardware that we design that looks like a protective case for the phone, and I will be showing it to you. And also an application that we design. Do we have low vision people, or is there anybody who is totally blind?
Well, I'm very low vision.
Mhm.
That was Bob. All I have are names and photographs on my screen. I can't see you.
You can't see me. Okay.
No.
Can you see now?
Well, as I say, my screen is
Oh,
full of names.
understood. 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 Well, let me try to show you what I want to share with you, and then we'll see. So the idea is I'm going to change my camera now. So we designed that protective case that I'm showing right now on the screen.
But I can't see it.
Then I'm going to
As I
Sorry,
say, my screen
let me just
has
insert in here. It's going to be the view that you're using right now, Bob. It's I'm just trying to find where that is. It's usually up on the top right-hand corner of the screen. There's a view option there, and you want to set it to speaker view.
Yeah, actually,
okay, all right.
I'm totally blind, so if you could describe as much as you could, that would be great.
Great. Okay, that sounds good. So the hardware looks like a protective case with the sort of indent in a case where you could put your iPhone, and I'm going to show it to you. So right now I inserted the iPhone into, call it a cradle, if you will. On the back side of that cradle, there are two legs that I'm going to open up, one side and then the other side. And my cradle becomes a stand, which I can place on a table and put any reading material under the table. So why am I doing it? Because I want to be able to magnify whatever I need to magnify hands-free. I don't have to hold the phone in my hands. I actually have tremors in my hand, and it's very, very difficult for me to hold it steady. So that was one of the ideas why I wanted to create something sturdy and enabling me to operate hands-free. Okay, so and I'll describe it. On my table, I have a phone which is about 4 inches higher than the surface of my table, with those two legs open. In between two legs, I am placing my 8.5 by 11 page of text or any printed material. Now I want to be able to read it, but I can't read it yet. So I'm going to turn on my application called Case for Vision. So Case for Vision has two functions. One is a magnifier and the other one is telescope. Telescope is for distance viewing, and I'll explain to you a bit later how it is done. But the magnifier, so there are only two fields on the screen. Magnifier, and I'm going to tap it right now. So what appears on my screen is the width of the page I fully cover. So I see the entire width of that page. But I still cannot read because it's still small font on my screen. I'm going to zoom in using just the regular smartphone gestures. And now for those who can see on the screen, you can see it much more magnified and everything is in focus. So what can you do? Usually, in order to read the page, people had to move the printed material under the camera, left, right. I don't want to do it because I can turn live image all the way from the left, all the way to the right. So I can see more than the width of that page without ever touching a print. So it's a very useful feature and quite unique feature. It'll enable you to see the entire page, okay? Some people would still prefer to see different color combination. So we call it contrast, and I'm going to change the contrast. Now it's enhanced black on white background. Now it is reverse. So I have white letters on a black background. I can touch again the contrast, and now it's yellow on a black. So usually people use 3-4 color combinations, and that would be enough for them. So what else can you do with this? You can use the flashlight if you are, for instance, in a dim place, say a restaurant that is not well lit. You will be able to turn on the flashlight. Suppose you want to scan real physical photographs. You can put a photograph under the camera in between those two legs, and there is a snowflake on my screen. You can push that snowflake and freeze the image. You can still move the image however you want to move. You can magnify, you can zoom out, but you can also save that frozen image into your camera roll, and you would get a message saved. Now you know that you saved that message. What else? There is a fourth control. There are 4 controls, and all of those controls are in the corners of the screen, so you don't really have to look for them. The X is the 4th control, and I can get out of that local magnification mode. Do you guys have, were you able to follow me?
Yes.
Yes, good, great. Any questions so far? Okay, I'm going to move forward and then we'll come back if you do have questions. So I am turning the phone with the case upside down. So on the back side of that phone, there is a hidden camera, lens. And I'm going to try to show you that lens. Maybe you can see, give me 1 second, I'll try to adjust it in such a way that you will be able to possibly see. Can you see it right now? It looks like a mirror, but it's not a regular mirror. It's a special first surface mirror, which acts as a lens. So the idea is that I engage that mirror, and now I'm going to tap my second function, telescope. And now you can see the chest of books at the far end of my room. And notice that it's a very good quality image, and you can still zoom in, you can pan live image. So suppose you are sitting, for instance, at home, and you want to watch TV, but you don't see it well when you are quite a bit of distance from the TV. You can put that phone in front of you, and you can follow the screen, the TV on your screen. It would be very, very easy to do. I was expecting my colleague to be on a call today.
I'm here.
Maybe
Hey,
you,
Igor.
hi Simon, maybe you can share with people how you use that particular distance viewing to see music notes or to watch TV.
Sure. So my name is Simon. I get to work with Igor, and I also use Case for Vision every day. Um, I'm legally blind. I have a condition called nystagmus, so I have some usable eyesight, but not very much. And I have found the Case for Vision to be very helpful to me in seeing things that are far away. So typically, when I watch TV with my family, they'll be sitting on the couch about 6 feet away from the television, and I'll need to get up from the couch often and go up to the television to see what's going on. Since I started using Case for Vision, I don't need to do that nearly as much anymore. I can look at the TV from the couch and reference the Case for Vision pointing at the TV to sort of give me an idea of what's going on there if there are smaller things. I play the piano, and I can use Case for Vision to enlarge sheet music on the stand of the piano, or standing behind the piano, because it's hard for me to lean over and read the sheet music. If I'm looking outside, I know my parents love to bird watch, and it's frustrating. It's been frustrating for me in the past to focus in on small birds or animals, like a squirrel in branches, and I can use Case for Vision to do that as well. Those are just a few applications. There are more that I keep discovering the more and more I use the product, and I can't say enough good stuff about it. So thanks, Igor.
Thank you, Simon. Thank you. And so with the distance view and distance magnification, you can also have an option of recording whatever is going on at a distance, whether it's in a professional meeting, whether you are recording birds outside of your window, or whether you are in a classroom and you want to see what's going on a whiteboard or blackboard. You will be able to record all that. Now I'm going to push the stop recording, and I have a message on my screen whether I want to save it or whether I need to discard it. I'm going to discard it. so that's the really beauty of that particular solution. So what is great about that solution, in my opinion? In my opinion, it's always with you. So you don't have to buy extra device. It's the most powerful cameras that you are using. It's the most powerful processor that you are using because it's an iPhone. And it's one of the unique features is the ability to pan live image, so you don't have to move printed material under the camera. That's really the first product that I wanted to share information about. Now, to give you a price point, I don't know if you guys are using large CCTVs, for instance. If you do, then you know that it's stationary, it takes space. It doesn't really do much more than what we are doing with our case for vision. And it costs anywhere between $2,000 to $4,500. This solution is $299. That includes the application, which can be downloaded from Apple App Store.
And I should mention that's US dollars he's quoting there.
Yes, it's US dollars. Thanks. Steve, how much would that be roughly in Canadian dollars?
Hang on one sec. I've got it on the website.
Good. So we just wanted to give you a sense. While Steve is looking at that, I can tell you that the positives are obvious, but what are the negatives of that?
420 for the case for vision, $499 for the case for vision for iPads.
Yeah. So what have I heard from people that they don't necessarily like? They said that if because the phone is in a case all the time, it is protected, but it's somewhat a little bit more bulky than the phone with the usual, clear plastic light protective case, like for instance this one. Okay, this is my phone in the plastic protective case. So we decided to address that issue, and so what we have done is now I am showing you a similar case that is lighter than this case. I'll put it side by side like this, if you can see. This case, the fully protective case, has all the walls to sort of hug the phone from every side. This particular case, which we call Case for Vision MagSafe, has only top wall. There are no more walls hugging or holding the phone. But the way it's held together, this is my phone, this is the case for vision. I'm going to just put it like this. And there is a very strong magnet that is embedded in our case. And it's so strong that however hard I shake, I cannot shake my phone off of the cradle. And the only way to really take it out is to push it from the camera, from the backside on the camera block, and then you can push it out. Okay? The rest of the operation is very, very similar. So I am opening one leg and the other leg, and it becomes a stand, just like the previous one. Okay? So the advantage of that, is that you don't have to carry this case in your pocket all the time. So you put it in a bag, you put it in a computer bag, and you have it on you, but it's not in your pocket. So this solution gives you freedom to use magnification when you need it, at the same time to use your inexpensive plastic protective case that is, sold in every store, and makes it a little bit more compact in your pocket. Any questions so far, guys? Is everything clear?
So, Igor, there are a couple questions in the chat that I'm going through. Maybe you can comment on them. Cynthia asked Apple or Android, and someone else followed up with a question of any plans to have something similar for Android phones.
The answer is right now it's for majority of iPhone models, starting with 13 Pro, 14 Pro, 15 Pro, the entire line on 16, and the entire line of 17. We do not have a solution yet for Android. Do we have concrete plans? No. Do we have plans to go and do it for Android? Yes. So once we start really moving this solution for iPhones, we would work on designing an application for the Android.
Great. And then Aditya also asked, how much for the app only, or does the app come with a package, as a package with the case only?
Wonderful, wonderful question. Who asked that question?
Aditi? Is that how you pronounce your name?
Yes. Yep.
Aditya, before answering your question, I want to ask you, would you prefer to have it with the iPad or without iPad? Would you prefer to have your own iPad, or would you prefer us to provide an iPad?
No, I was just asking if this option would be available with iPad, because this is only for phone, right? The case.
Oh, okay. That's I'm going to show you. This is the iPad solution, and it's absolutely ready. We sell it. In fact, Steve sold this solution as well. So we have it. The reason I ask you that question is we can certainly provide it with the iPad or without it. Right now, we are providing just the case for your own iPad. But if you tell us that you would like to have it with the iPad, we will provide it with the iPad, of course. So this is the iPad solution is exactly the same as the iPhone solution, with the exception of a couple of things, couple of additional things that you can do. I'm going to show you the type of image you can get from the iPad. This is really quite impressive, I would say. So again, what I've done is I put my iPad, let me adjust the camera a little bit. I put an iPad in front of me on my desk. In between those two legs, I put a portrait-wise 8.5 by 11 page, and I'm going to click on my magnifier. Look at that image. Is that And again, you can change the contrast. And you can certainly pan the live image as well. You will be able to save it just like with the iPhone, and you will be able to save it into a camera roll. This similar situation with the distance viewing, the same way I showed you with the iPhone, but here is the difference. I'm going to put the legs down, and there is a little kickstand that we include, and I'm going to engage my lens, my hidden lens, and I am going to put it on my desk. So it's on my desk. It's at a slight angle. It looks like a book which you are reading. That's what it looks like. So I'm going to click on telescope, and that's the image that you guys can see. This is about 7-8 feet away from where I sit. This is the far wall of my room, okay? So the idea is that when you are sitting and want to see something at a distance, you don't really have to even open the legs and raise the iPad high above the table. You will be able to see a wonderful, clear image. You will be able to record audio or video record just like with the iPhone. That's the difference with the iPad solution. iPad solution is $4.99 US, as opposed to $2.99 for the iPhone solution. And then finally, I want to show you something really very cool.
Igor, one other question that came in. I want to make sure I got this right about the iPad. Someone asked, what size of the iPad is it designed for? And I believe it's 11-inch, but you tell me.
No, you're right. So right now we are covering 11-inch iPads, different 10th generation and then newer generation. We can certainly provide 13 inches and 13 professional. We have not done it, and we are not doing it at the moment, though we can easily do it, primarily because the 11-inch is the least expensive iPad that is getting distributed to schools and to many people, and it's more affordable than the high-end iPads. And for what really people need with the magnification and everyday work is plenty for 11-inch. Did I answer your question?
I believe so. There's one other one here that Pat asks, what phone models will it fit? And I think you said it was a 13 Pro, iPhone 13 Pro, iPhone 14 Pro, iPhone 15 Pro.
16, the entire line, 16, 16 Pro, 16 Plus, 16 Pro Max, 17, 17 Pro, the entire line of 17 as well.
Okay. And then she also was curious, what is the cost of the MagSafe version?
The same, $299 US dollars.
Yep. And finally, is it VoiceOver compatible? And I can answer that. Yes, it is. I use VoiceOver, and I use the Case Revision app happily with VoiceOver.
Great. It's definitely much more credible than my answer in this question because I am cited. All right. So the last device, which is really this is the device. Look at that, guys. It's called Case for Vision Ergo Mirror. Okay, and this is
This
a
is a
very
very, yeah. Can you describe what it looks like for those who can't see?
it's basically a rectangle which doesn't weigh anything at all. It's plastic and carbon fiber. There is a shaft that goes inside that box, if you will, and when you push forward this shaft, it rotates and opens a mirror. That lens that I'm using, it rotates that at 45 degrees, and that getting attached to the phone through the strong magnet. And I just did it. This is my phone now with the attached Ergo Mirror. You wanted to say something?
Sure. I was just gonna say. So this little device is about 5 to 6 centimeters wide by maybe, I don't know, 4 centimeters long. And Igor will show you shortly how it fits on
No,
your phone,
no.
right?
It's about 5-6 centimeters long,
Right.
and
I'm sorry. Yeah.
long, and it's about 1.5 centimeter wide, maybe
Okay.
two
Right.
centimeters wide. You know,
And then it stretches really close.
originally I am from the metric system. So when you push and engage that mirror, you also, there is a little clip, little kickstand here. I push it up, and then I can put this on my table, similarly to the iPad, the way I just placed an iPad for you. And so I'm going to turn on my Case for Vision application, and I'm going to use the telescope function. And this is what I see. So basically, I have a distance magnifier, and the whole Ergo Mirror doesn't weigh anything, doesn't take much space. Simon carries that with his phone all the time, and uses that all the time. Very, very convenient way to see distant objects. Any questions so far?
Yep. One came in from Bernice. She was wondering if we can purchase the app separate from the case, if we have our own device already and don't need the case.
You can download the application today is free on Apple App Store. You can download it today. The only thing that you have to keep in mind is that it would work only magnifier function for you. It will not work with telescope function, because telescope function would work only with our hardware case. And you probably understand that why this is the case, because when you see distant objects through the mirror, it flips the image. So you have to unflip the image. And that is done through our application and through our case. So to make it more clear, you can download, you can experience magnifying function, but it will not work for distance viewing. Okay?
I would just add to that that even though the app will work for magnifying, it's really optimized to work with the Case for Vision stand.
Correct.
Because the level of magnification is calibrated to work with the height that the stand is elevated above the surface what you're on, and so it's really optimized for that.
But not only that, Bernice, it's also, it might not look important to you, but the importance of hands-free work is crucial in this particular case. When you try to hold it in your hands, it would be just as difficult as it used to be with, if you remember, there was a KNFB application, which was a joint venture between Kurzweil and NFB. And it was very difficult for people to aim at an object or read holding the phone in their hands. So the case is really crucial for easy functioning.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. There is one more thing that I wanted to share with you. I'm going to close my lens and put it back into its place. And I have the kickstand. I don't know if you can see it well right now. The kickstand is still engaged. I'm going to now put it like this on my table, and I am going to use another application of ours that is today not available on App Store, but will be available in a couple of weeks. So I'm going to turn it on. And now you have the handheld, high-quality electronic magnifier that you used to buy for anywhere for $300 to $600, $700. Now you have it with your own phone. You can change the contrast here. You can turn on the red lines to help you navigate along the page. You can turn on the flashlight, and you can freeze that image. It's all available with the very same $99 device, working with your own phone. I think I am open for any questions that you guys have.
Yeah, so I'll just repeat a couple that came in. Beverly asked, how difficult are the devices to charge? And I said, Case for Vision doesn't use any power, so it doesn't need to charge at all.
Yeah.
And then Pat asked, would you be able to use it to fill out a form? And I said, absolutely. It helps me fill out complete forms, write checks, and more writing tasks. I will say that the Case for Vision MagSafe or the iPad version or the integrated one that Igor showed you are more effective for that than the Ergo, because the Ergo is sitting directly on the surface of the paper you're looking at. So that's the only caveat I would say. That the stand is particularly necessary for writing underneath it.
Somebody on a call, somebody said that that they cannot see at all. So I'm going to show you something else. I have created a quick homegrown solution to show you. Do you see what I'm showing you right now?
So Igor has pointing the camera at a chair, and on the arms of the chair is a board on top of which is a what would you call it? A mounting stand? It's sort of a it's a
platform. which
A
I'm going,
platform, yep.
yeah, which I'm going to show you. That's a platform. It's a bifold. I'm going to fold it like this. The platform is very, very light. It's all plastic. The middle part of that platform is orange and it's tactile, so people can feel the boundaries of that orange area. The orange is where you put reading material here. So if you put that on a table, and I'm going to try to do it. If you put it on a table, and then we designed, you remember, I showed you, we designed those leg extensions. When you open Case for Vision legs, we designed leg extensions so that you can, it's the wrong one, this is the right one, so that you can put the case leg onto the case extension. To the leg extension. The idea is that you can raise the phone higher from the surface, and when you do that, you can put reading material right on the orange area.
How high would you say that is raised above?
It's about 9 inches.
9 inches, so maybe 20 centimeters or so?
I am going to tell you exactly what that is. It's about 23 centimeters.
All right.
All right. And now you can do arts and crafts under the camera. You can sign any documents. But that's the idea. The reason that we did it is because we want to be able to see from higher elevation the entire page. And instead of using our application, I'm using Scene AI, and I'm going to do it.
Short case for vision. Quick start guide. Magnifier mode materials on a sturdy surface. Use lift pen and zoom without moving the materials or camera case for vision. Scan the QR.
Can you hear that?
Video tutorial. www.
No,
It's a little quiet.
That's way too faint.
Contact. Add. Casa4Vision.com bigly. Hold the phone facing its back. A. Unfold the first leg
There you
from
go.
the top camera side. B. Unfold the second leg from the bottom side. 2. Place the phone horizontally. Landscape mode. On a staircase.
Okay, so that's how quickly it reads. Again, it's not our application. I think it's just one of the very best Microsoft applications on the market.
So for those who can't see, what was happening is that the case for vision is on the extended legs above the platform with a paper, and Igor just used the application Seeing AI to read the text on the paper via optical character recognition, or OCR.
That's right, yeah. I guess that's all the information that I have, Steve, to share right now. And if you have any questions, guys, just ask.
Yeah, folks, feel free to unmute yourself if you want to ask a question. If you want to temporarily unmute yourself, you can just hold down the space bar while you're talking. Don't all talk at once.
Okay, maybe you can then, maybe I have a question. Maybe you can share what you guys use today for magnification.
Here's a good question. Pat just asked how much the leg extenders cost.
The
platform.
two leg extensions and the platform is $169 US dollars.
Well, it seems like there's not a lot of questions going on here.
Right.
Oh, there's some text coming through. Oh, there you go. Thank you for dropping the link in there, Simon.
Sure.
We will also have those on our website, which I will put in there as well. Which I noticed I need to do some updating on to get the MagSafe in there and the platform. But that'll be up in the next day or two. If you have any questions about it in Canada, feel free to give me a shout at Canadian Assistive. More than happy to help.
And Igor, did we want to advertise a promotion for this call today? Did we talk about that?
We can talk about it. Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead. Talk about it.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. Sure. So, what we can do for everybody on this call right now is set up a promotion for 10% off, and there will be a code to do that. So, Canadian Assistive Technology is where you're at. Do you have an abbreviation you go by? Do you do CAT or?
You would get the 10% off, but you would still get it from Canadian Assistive Technology from Steve.
Yeah, I can set up
or from us. Yeah, no, I was going to set one up right now. But I just need to know what a good, easily rememberable code would be.
probably Cat 10.
Cat 10 it is. All right. So if you order from the Case for Vision website in the next week and use promotion code CAT10, CAT10, you will get a 10% discount off of your entire order.
You can place the order either with us or with Canadian Assistive Technology. Either way, you would get the 10%, and the rest of the relationship between us and Canadian Assistive will be intact. Okay? Any questions, Steve?
Nothing from my end.
Okay. Well, with that, then, thank you so much for taking the time and inviting us, and looking forward to working with you. Okay?
All righty. I'm going to call
Thanks,
her then.
everybody.
Yeah. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, or subscribe. Visit us online at www.canastech.com or email us at sales@canastech.com. And if you're in the Vancouver area, you can visit our Assistive Technology showroom at number 106, 828 West 8th Avenue in Vancouver.